What is up, guys? My name is Trilliant, and welcome to another episode of Watcha Playin for FreeMMOStation.com. This time we're going to take a look at a little browser-based game called Rodinia War, developed by ONS Onsoft, the same guys that brought us Fiesta Online. As usual, we'll spend a few minutes showing you the game and some of what it has to offer, so let's go ahead and get started.
FreeMMOStation.com.
Rodinia War is a browser-based RTS/city builder with MMORPG elements currently in closed beta. This game is unique to the city building genre, as not only do you build and control your own territories, you also get to control your knights in a full 3D environment. We'll talk more about the knights in a bit though. Browser-based games are starting to evolve, at least graphically. The lines between a client-based game and a browser game with no download are getting thinner and thinner. I've played a lot of downloadable games that looked a lot worse than Rodinia War's 3D environment while you're in night mode. The game has the usual city building elements. You have a main building or city hall, which, depending on how much you've upgraded it, governs the amount of troops, resources, and the overall growth of your territory. It has some nice RTS elements also, like buildable troops, upgrades, and the likes. The time it takes to build things isn't very long either. I've played games where the first few buildings you build take upwards of 5 minutes, but in Rodinia, it takes roughly 15 to 20 seconds to build a building, and the first couple of upgrades take less than a minute to complete. Now, of course, as you upgrade buildings further, the time it takes does increase, but still, that makes you feel like you can jump into the action pretty early in the game. On top of building your territory, the game actually gives you something to do while you wait for upgrades and buildings to complete. Knights. So what are knights exactly? Knights play an important role in Rodinia. They not only lead your troops into battle, but stationing them among your territories also helps improve that territory's growth rate. If you have multiple territories, it's always good to station a knight with them. The wonderful thing about knights is that you can train them individually in a full 3D environment. Think of knights as your characters in a traditional MMORPG, but with the added bonus that you don't have to log out to switch your character. On top of actually naming yourself, you can also give each of your knights their own unique names. Before you can start playing as a knight, you must first hire them with in-game gold from the Knight Mansion, which will have 4 available knights for hire. You can choose to hire all of them if you like, but you may only hire up to 4 within a 24-hour period. To train your knights, you must first build a gateway which will allow you to teleport into the 3D version of Rodinia. In here, you'll see the usual stuff: NPCs, shops, training areas, monsters, etc. Your knights have their own sets of equipment and unique skills, and there's even different classes. I don't know if this is all the possible knight classes, but so far I've seen at least 4. Warrior, Assassin, Archer, and Wizard. That's not exactly nothing new as far as classes go, but it's still pretty interesting. The game is riddled with bugs and glitches though. Some of the buttons said undefined, and there was even a few instances of NPC models disappearing entirely. I wasn't able to get as much footage as I'd have liked to because the game crashed on me a couple of times. But then again, it's in closed beta, so bugs and glitches are to be expected. Overall, I really enjoyed the game. I'm not usually a fan of city building games, but the fact that you can play as your knights in a full 3D environment adds a bit of extra flavor to the game that most city builders don't have, even if the gameplay wasn't anything new. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to check out the game, there's a link in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe to FreeMMOStation, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.